Hey, hey, what is going on, good people? What is going on? If you can hear me, let me know down in the chat how I sound. And I believe I'm actually sounding pretty good, but just let me know down in the chat. Sounds good. Okay. Hey, Icon, I see you down in the chat. I appreciate that for the feedback. Oh man, it's been a while since I actually made a been a while since I did a live stream. And it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Had a lot of stuff that happened over the past couple of months, and so work has been keeping me crazy busy. But I have some special videos that's going to be coming up, and we'll talk about that a little bit tonight. But yeah, and I'm actually pouring a Coke Zero. Uh, it's one of my guilty pleasures. And so we'll get kicked off. Let a couple more people jump onto the chat. Keo, I see you down in the chat. Uh, yeah, and you know what, Icon? I'm looking at those prices because it's going to play a major role into um, what we're going to talk about tonight. So I don't want to give it away, but you'll see in a minute. uh, I'm not real big on Bitcoin and stuff like that, but it's affecting the tech industry in a major way. So we're gonna talk about it. Clay, what's going on, man? I see you down in the chat. We got is that Dennis? Look like I need to just hold my phone. Let's see. Yep, Dennis Bachman. Hey, what's going on, man? Let's get it. Yes, absolutely. That's how I'm feeling tonight. I'm working on the schedule, y'all. I promise you I am working on the schedule for the channel. It'll probably be something that I will post real soon. I just got to make sure it lines up with what I'm doing. I've been like super busy. Like some videos that I know I needed to get out. I have not been able to get out yet, but we're gonna get those on track. Like for instance, I definitely want to finish up my PlayStation 5 review. That video is actually doing really good. My setup video is doing really good right now. I need to do a review. I shot some video, but I need to finish doing a review on the Sony headphones. These headphones are amazing, and I got to finish doing this. Um, I also have a video that I'm gonna do on the NZXT H1. That's been a biggie, especially with Gamers Nexus and a couple other channels. And so that'll probably be the next video that's gonna go up on the channel. About the NZXT H1 fire issues. And so I'll be working on that next. Then I do the headphones and then I do the PlayStation 5 full review from your boy. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right. But for what we're going to be doing here tonight, let's go ahead and get started. Man, if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech, whatever it is, we like to do it. And if you're a returning viewer, I definitely appreciate you the most because you keep everything going. So this is just a reminder. I have my YouTube channel up in the background. If you haven't subscribed as of yet, definitely check out my channel trailer. It'll definitely tell you all about the channel and everything that we do. It's a real quick video, so check that out. And if you want to see more content like this, then definitely make sure you smash that subscribe button, and definitely hit the bell, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. One of the things I want to take a look at too, this PS5 video, the unboxing setup has been doing very well. And we do a lot of stuff. We do gameplay, we do all types of stuff. So definitely make sure you subscribe. We definitely working to get to the 10,000 subscriber mark. But before we do that, we got to get to 6,000. So let's make sure we make that happen. Down in the chat, Keo, I see you, man. Vengeance. Hey, been a minute, man. Finally caught a live stream. I know every time you looked at my live stream, it was always after the fact, but hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's all good. All right, so let's see here. The first things up that we have on the list, if you looked at the thumbnail, we got to talk about the state of tech. We have some crazy things that's going on right now, and when I say crazy, what I'm talking about is like the prices are like stupid ridiculous. And you know what I'm talking about. You've been looking at the if you can find the RTX, 3000 series GPU. If you've been able to find one, the prices have been dumb crazy. And we'll take a look at a couple of things on that too. One of the major reasons why people haven't been able to get graphics cards, even the 6800 but 6800 XT and the 6900 XT from AMD, is because of mining. Mining is back. It started towards the end of last year. But if you take a look at this article here on video cards, it is now saying that obviously, people, they're using bots and all this different type of stuff in order to snatch up graphics cards before people who actually want the graphics card to use it for gaming and the next build and stuff like that, or just as an upgrade, can even be able to get them. But you have people, they're just buying these by the boatloads and they're using it for mining, which, you know, if you're using this money, you do what you do. But even with the new laptops and stuff that were just announced for RTX, so the RTX 3060, 3070, and 3080 are 9 laptops now. And you look at these pictures. You actually have people that are using these. They're using these to mine, and it is like insane. So if you told yourself to say, "Hey, you know what? If I can't get a graphics card, to put in my desktop right now, at least I'll buy a laptop and I can still be able to game, at the next level, at least be able to get, 3070 desktop class, um, support and stuff like that." Well, no, people are even buying up the actual laptops. And so when I see stuff like this, I'm like, man, this sucks, because you have people who are really trying to just game. They want a 4K game. They want to, play some of the latest titles, whether it's Cyberpunk 2077, even though it had its share issues, it's still a great game. One of the best looking games, especially when it comes to RTX and, stuff like that. But when you see, when I see stuff like this, it's painful. It's definitely painful, because people are buying up $2,000 laptops, and they're using it in the mind to make money. Now, for each his own on that, but it takes away from the market. It takes away from the actual gaming industry when it comes to PC gaming. I absolutely love PC gaming. I'm a PC gamer first, console gamer second. The things that you can actually do. And I just realized in this picture, look at all these got doggone fans they got in the window. That is crazy. But I'm a PC gamer first. And so when I see stuff like this, I'm like, man, that sucks big time, because people who are really trying to game and play some of the latest titles at the highest performance possible, they're not able to, because you have people that are just grabbing and snatching up whatever they can, to either resell and scalp on the market, um, or they're using it to mine. So you have those two things that's competing against each other, and it sucks for the regular consumer. It sucks for the person who's just trying to do what they want to do. And so yeah. And when you talking about the Ethereum, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is a cryptocurrency, but look at the price, $1,680 a coin. And so this is the reason why, if you go back to this article that's on video cards, Ethereum, has tripled in price. And so now, it's making it profitable for people to be able to mine, with these RTX laptops, and it's making it crazy just across the board. So if you're able to get a card, make sure you hold on to it. Don't resell it. Whatever you do, try to find one for a reasonable price. Obviously, some of the MSRP prices are no longer there. I remember I got my MSI Gaming X Trio 3080 from Micro Center for like 759, and you'll probably never see that price, for the 3000 series, especially a 38 and no more. Matter of fact, I think let's actually go to. I want to jump to Micro Center's website right now. Let's see how much that card is going for. So MSI RTX 3080 Trio. Look at this. The same car is going for $1,100 right now. That is dumb crazy, and that's at Micro Center. Now I can tell you, Outer, hey, what's going on, man? Uh, said, hey, Icon, you said I should have kept the tough. You know what? I like the tough. Some of the when it came to the RGB and stuff like that, it just didn't match well with how I have my system now. But I will tell you, it's one of the coolest cars on the market, especially for a 3080. So I do wish I had one, but the Gaming X Trio is still doing this thing. And speaking of tough, if we pull one up here, let's see, Asus Tx 3080. So let's just take a look to see how much the tough is going for. So even with the tough, it's still going for like $100, 100 and maybe $30 more than what I originally bought it for, because I had got it for like 729. And so yeah, and thanks out of the tariffs is also contributing to this prices increase. So we have the tariffs, for the shipping. Then you have the mining, and then you have the scalping that's driving up the prices just across the board. So it's crazy. So if you're able to find one, probably your best bet is one or two things. You could definitely make sure you could check out stock drops on Twitter, and try to beat everybody else to checking out online. And then if you have a Micro Center in your area, definitely check out a Micro Center. I was able to score twice early on a few months ago. And you just have to stand in line and tough it out. And usually they get the shipments in like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes on Friday, and just do what you could do. But those are some of the recommendations that I have for that. And so moving on to the next one. So also one thing, even on Tom's Hardware, with them having an article focused on how to optimize your GPU for mining, that doesn't make things better. I don't even know why they even have an article set up like this. They are definitely not making it easy for the consumer. And so, yeah, Tom Hardware, that sucks. Okay. All right. So moving on. So one of the next leaks that's coming up, and this seems to be a little bit. I know we originally, when we talked about the 3080 Ti, they talked about it having 20 gigabytes worth of GDDR6X memory. But what I'm hearing now, one, April launch, and then two, 12 gigabytes worth of memory, which actually makes way more sense to me for them to do 12 gigabytes worth of memory. And the reason being is because nobody, and I'm talking about the 3090, nobody needs 24 gigabytes of memory unless you're using programs and applications that's going to support that. Nobody needs 20 gigabytes. With AMD's newest cars, they're actually at 16 gigabytes. Most games don't use that much, maybe in the future. But I tell you right now, if they came out with this particular card, I would be trying to get it, even though I think we'll run into the same issue that we're running into now, that you can't find these cards anywhere. And if you do, you paying an arm and a leg for them. So that's just something to think about. But I think we looked at these specs and stuff like this before. With the CUDA cores, it's real close to what the 3090 is going to have. Most of the clock speeds and stuff like that is pretty much going to be the same. Now, originally they was talking about the 3080 Ti was going to have a 320 bit memory bus, but now they're saying it's going to match what the 3090 has, which is 384 bits. And so I'm probably thinking, even though the MSRP price for the 3090 Founders Edition is $14.99, it's probably, after everything else happens and all this good stuff, we're probably going to end up paying about the same price for a 3080 Ti. So keep that in mind as well. But that's just some of the things that's coming out when it comes to the 3080 Ti. If you could get your hands on one, you can't even get your hands on the current cards right now. But hopefully some changes could come along the way. I really don't think with the mining and everything that's going on, we're probably not going to see things get back to normal until like another year, is what I'm thinking. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But with COVID, tariffs, mining, um, the scalping, it's not looking good for the tech industry. So when we're talking about the state of tech right now, it's terrible. This is like one of the worst times to build a PC right now. And the reason being is because you can't get your hands on the parts. And speaking of some of the parts, one of the things I definitely want to take a look at, right? Someone was looking at getting power supplies. And so let's take a look at some 850-watt power supplies to see what they're going for. I think I was either, well, this is at Micro Center, but let me see what pulls up what they have. I already have an article. I have a search pulled up on Newegg already, but we could check that out. And you know what, Alda? I did see that where the Strix was cheaper than the Trio for some particular reason. It was like 929. But I don't know what that is about. I can't even explain that one. So, but looking at so the Seasonic GX850, which is the power supply that I have, that price is pretty good. 159. Um the Corsair. Okay, so the prices at Micro Center are good, but let's just say that you don't have a Micro Center in your area and you're looking for power supply, because I heard the prices were going up. And just look at this. 300 bucks for 850-watt power supply. RM850X 232. So if you do have a Micro Center area, definitely check them out before buying online. I wonder what the Seasonic prices are. Seasonic 850. And the reason why I'm looking at 850-watt power supplies is because if you're getting a high-end GPU, you need an 850 or better. And there's not that big of a price difference when it comes to an 850 versus a 750. So, and the Seasonics are great. That's what I currently use in my gaming system, and 149 is not bad. So just make sure that you shop around. I think memory prices are pretty good right now too, so you can check those out. Uh, Vengeance, I hear you about that pre-built. Yeah, a pre-built right now, even if you did something where it was still a custom build, but it was pre-built, that may be the best bet when it comes to building right now, because you can't piece the system together like you normally could. You know what? I ain't think about that, but yeah, you're right. GPU prices for the 10 series and 20 series is still crazy right now too. And the reason why that is because people can't get their hands on the new stuff. And so what happens? It drives up the prices for the older generation. So, yeah, that's crazy. Okay. So another thing I wanted to take a look at was the Asus RX 6900 XT. And this particular card is crazy. I still haven't been able to get my hands, well, I don't think anybody has been able to get their hands on AMD cards. They were super slim right out the gate. But I definitely eventually I want to get my hands on one, especially a hybrid liquid cool card like this. Because I believe either it was Jace 2 cents or yeah, it was Jace 2 cents that actually did a recent video on this card, and it's actually doing very good in the competition with the 3080. Um, but yeah, with this particular card, hybrid liquid cool, so you got a fan here, but then you also have a 240 millimeter radiator, and then the actual cables are pretty long, so it gives you options for either being able to put on the front of the case, the top of the case, the bottom of the case, depending on how your current cooling solution is set up for your CPU. But I think this is pretty dope. Of course, it's the suits called as a Rock Strix. But yeah, this is pretty dope. So whenever you get a chance, check out Jay's 2 cents video. I'll try to put the link in the description below. But I wish I could be able to get a hybrid liquid cool card just to lower the temps as low as I can without having to do like a full open loop GPU cool system. So this is something I definitely want to check out one day if I get some extra funds along the way, just to bring some variety to the channel, because obviously we've been doing everything 3000 series lately, and I definitely want to get some more cards just to do some testing on how they differentiate themselves with some of the newer games stuff that they got out. So that'd be good. Check that out whenever you get a chance. Moving on. So now PlayStation 5. So obviously not everybody is a PC gamer. And I do a little bit of both. So I'm a PC gamer first, console gamer second, and there are certain things that comes out on consoles that I want to play and that I will play. And obviously the PlayStation 5 is another unicorn. It's definitely something, one of the consoles that it's just another piece of tech that's just hard to get your hands on, especially with all of the scalping and all the different types of stuff that's happening with selling these. But I think there is no, I don't think it's a surprise that obviously Sony is selling the PlayStation 5s at a loss right now. The same thing happened with the PlayStation 4. But I think the biggest thing to this is that they're winning the console war pretty much. I've been having fun with my PlayStation 5. I got some more videos. I got a full review that's going to be coming out on that real soon. Got a couple more games that I need to get, but there are games that are coming out this year for the PlayStation 5, like exclusives, that's going to be dumb crazy. So I look forward to providing that content to the channel. And if you want to know one of the best ways to be able to get a PlayStation 5, this is a good website. I have this down in the description below on replay, when the video goes up on replay. But it's called nowinstock.net. And on this website, it'll definitely tell you two things. It'll tell you all of the retail locations and online locations that either will have it in stock or it was recently in stock. And you could be able to see the prices, and also you could be able to take a look at some of the dates, the last time that it was in stock. So taking a look at this here, looks like the last time this was in stock was at Target. And so you could constantly look at these. You could look at the time frames and just you playing the F5 game, and basically, you're trying to get ahead of everybody else. My wife was able to grab me a PlayStation 5 off of Walmart, and if you could look down here below, it shows you some of the recent Walmart stocks, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough trying to get this type of stuff, but if you're a console gamer or if you just a tech head like myself, it's like a crapshoot when it's coming to grabbing this stuff. But just keep trying. Same thing with the RTX 3080, 3070, 3060, 3090. Keep trying. Eventually you'll get it. Just like I was able to get it. So yeah. Again, this website is called nowinstock.net. That'll definitely help you out when it comes to that type of stuff. Uh, Another card that they also released not too long ago is the RX 6900 XT Gaming X Trio. Um, Again, another competitor to the 3080, 3090. And obviously, I'm a fan of MSI. And so it looks just like the RX 3080, RTX 3080. And the actual performance pretty much compares as well. I will say that, from some of the reviews and stuff that I've seen, obviously when it comes to 4K gaming, the 3080 does pull ahead. But when it comes to 1440p, that trade blows. And so they have more and more aftermarket cards coming out, but again, it's just hard to get your hands on them. So I know sometimes people don't like to talk about stuff that you can't get, but when you do get it, you definitely want to know what you could be able to do with it. So I will continue to talk about PC parts, builds, and all tech stuff on this channel. I know a lot of people are kind of switching some stuff up. I'm not. We're going to talk about all things tech, um, obviously all PC stuff. I'm definitely going to get into more peripherals. That's going to be coming up real soon too. So mechanical keyboards, some of the best mice that they have out there, more monitors and stuff like that. This stuff is coming soon. So make sure you stay tuned. It's a great time to make sure that you haven't subscribed already. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell so you receive all my notifications because that stuff is coming. So last but not least, Ryzen CPU. So if you know, like I know, I have the current chip that I'm using in my gaming PC is a Ryzen 7 5800X. Absolutely love that chip. It does what it needs to do when it comes to gaming. I actually use it a little bit for video editing, but I'm about to switch over all my editing and everything over to my capture streaming PC that has my 3900X in it, which is the 12 core chip. But if you are still looking to get the creme de la creme when it comes to Ryzen chips, the Ryzen 950, 950X, good luck. Because again, this is another chip. I don't know what's happening with the 5000 series CPUs. I do know that the 5600X, the 5800X have been the most in stock. But when it comes to the 5950X, which is a 16 core, the highest that you could get on a desktop realm right now, from a consumer level. And then the 5900X, which is 12 core chip, those things are hard to get. But on Amazon, if you click on over here to see all buying options, you do have they're in stock. I don't know who's going to pay almost $1,400 for one. Um, Absolutely not worth it. So you could keep looking around. Again, if you have a micro center in your area, you could try your luck with trying to get one at a local store. But don't buy these overpriced CPUs. Definitely not worth it. If you could get your hands on a 3900X, 3950X, and you're using those cores for video edited or your workload or stuff like that, definitely, yeah. Out of all scalpers right here that you see right here, it's crazy. So don't do yourself a disservice. Don't grab that type of stuff. But when it comes to the 5600X, things are kind of like all over the place. The 5600X is supposed to be like a $300 chip. So 389, not super bad, but you could get your hands on it. So this is Amazon. I just did this search today. Look like they have some going for 400. And so personally, I am not big on 6 core chips. But because it's temporary. You have a lot of games right now that they're using more and more cores. Cyberpunk 2077 is a perfect example. It's using I've seen instances where even on a 10900K is using like 50 to 60% of the CPU. And so it's using the cores, it's using the threads, and so it makes the game run smoother. And so the more cores, more threads that you have, the better. Um, Byron 79, hey, what's going on, bro? Let's see, for the price, getting a pre-built yeah, it's a little bit more worth it right now. Yeah, it is. Um, but again, hey, if you could be able to find this type of stuff, and speaking of 10900K, if you are a Intel fanboy, or if you're trying to build a system right now, and you just can't wait on an AMD chip, um, $500 for a 10 core chip, especially getting up to 5.3 gigahertz on the boost, is still good. It's kind of hard to pass up right now, especially if you can't find what you're looking for. So, um, I mean, Newegg has them in stock. A lot of places has Intel chips in stock. So keep that in mind while you're building. I can't discriminate when it comes to, if you have to do a build right now. Obviously 10 cores is more than enough what you need for gaming. It still does great. Um, Even though my 5800X trades blow for blows to the 10900K, sometimes even beats it when it comes to gaming. But a lot of times you may not be able to get an AMD chip in stock. So you do what's best for you when it comes to the actual gaming. But yeah, that's what's happening right now in the state of tech. You have a lot of stuff it's hard to piece a build right now together. I think the biggest thing that you're going to run into is probably the graphics card more so than a processor. But yeah, but that's what's happening, man. That is what's happening. So if you're trying to build right now, and let me see, out or down in the chat, let me see what you're asking. The 10850K is more worth than the 10900K. You know what, Outer? From a budget standpoint, yes, the 10800 850K. Let's see how much it is. So the 10850K is $50 less. Now, here's my thought process. Whenever I see 449 and 509, I'm going to spend the extra money and get the top. And that's just because um, I chase frames per second. So if I already have the GPU that's going to push the CPU, I'm going to spend the extra $50 and get the 10900K. $50 difference, it will not sway me to get the 10850K. I would definitely get the 10900K over that one. And you said on Amazon it's $100 less. So let's take a look. So 10850K. Oh, now that's a good deal. So 409. And I wonder how much it is at Micro Center. Let's see. So because it's still a 10 core chip, and it doesn't boost up to 5.3 gigahertz, but it's still a 10 core chip. And that Micro Center is 349. So definitely, I would definitely say that's good. For what you're getting, especially when it comes to gaming, even if you're doing some content creation. I think this chip still boosts. It boosts up to 5.2 gigahertz, so it's 100 megahertz less on the boost. But that's a steal. 349.99. That's a deal. They have 25 plus in stock at the Duluth store here in Atlanta, so that is definitely something to think about. If you can't get your hands on obviously, if you could get your hands on a 5900X, that's your best bang for the buck for what you're getting when it comes to content creation. Anything that you're doing, that 12 cores at the IPC level that they have is amazing, but you just can't get your hands on one. Can't get your hands on one. So you got to do what you got to do. Um, and if I was getting a motherboard right now, I would definitely, if you was looking for a Z490 board, uh, me personally, I like Gigabyte and Asus. Um, the Z490 Meg Ace is a good board. The Oris Ultra is a good board. or it's Master, which is what I would prefer, or a Hero. Those are good boards. So if you are looking at getting your Intel chip, the 10800K for 349 at Micro Center or $400 at Amazon, you can't beat that. And so that's the state of tech right now, guys. I definitely just wanted to make sure that I had conversations with y'all tonight. Missed y'all big time. And definitely we got some, I want to get to the point where we're doing at least about 4 or 5 videos a week. And so we just have to grow to that. But I believe that we can eventually do it. Out of Diamond Check. So the Z590 will support 10th and 11th gen. That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think those boards have gone on sale yet. Oh, they actually have. I don't think $500 is worth it for this board. So don't do that. Whatever you do. And this is the Maximus Hero. But I'm not for sure if it supports, does it say it here? I don't know if it supports 10th gen. I didn't hear anything about it. So yes, still didn't give me the info. Hey, vengeance. Let's talk offline about that. Let's see what we could be able to do. That is funny. But let's check this out though. I don't know if Z590 is going to support 10 gen. I just don't know. Yeah, it's the same socket, but see, uh Intel has a bad habit of not supporting their previous generation CPUs with their new motherboards, which is always rub people the wrong way, you know. Let's see if we could find a quick answer to this. It looks like only Intel's 11th gen. Yep. I don't think, yeah, I don't think they're going to support 10th gen chips. Um, I just don't think that that's going to happen. I think if you get you a Z590 motherboard, you're going to have to get the 11th generation CPUs. Yeah, yeah. I don't think you're going to be. Uh, I think you're going to have some issues. So don't do that to yourself, please. Don't do that. Kobe. I bought a 3070 Founders Edition for $800, and I don't regret it. By the way, it's my first bill. Um, yeah, if you did that, Kobe, you did what was best for yourself, and I did the same thing when I bought the RTX 2070 EVGA card. I think that was like back in 2019. Not the 27, but the 2080. It was the 2080. I spent like 800 and something dollars for that card, and it was supposed to, I think, have been maybe like six something. And so, yeah, um, it happens. Yeah, it happens. So I don't blame you if you had to do the build right now. 37 is going to give you great performance. You'll be able to play, definitely 1440p, high refresh rate gaming. So yeah, man. It's not bad. You do what you need to do. So I don't blame you. I definitely don't blame you. But I'll tell you, um, if you could be able to, obviously the 3090 is a bad buy when it comes to price versus performance. Uh, Obviously, you'll probably have a better chance of getting a 3090 versus getting a 3080 Ti, if and when that comes out. But I plan on getting a 3090 within the next couple of months. And once I do that, I'm going to liquid cool it. And when I liquid cool it, I'm going to do that on open loop system. So when I liquid cool it, probably not going to upgrade the GPU on my personal system for a while, because the performance that I've seen on a liquid cooled 3090 is absolutely ridiculous. And And so, yeah, I'm going to keep that card for a while, and I use my other system to swap out the GPUs and do the testing and all that stuff. But in my personal system, I'm going to get a 3090, even though I have a 3080. The current 3080 that I have will go into my streaming system, and I just continue to use that. Maybe test out some stuff on a 3900X, but definitely it'll be used for video editing, streaming, and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I'm going to get a 3090. It's coming. It's coming real soon. And you do know, if you've been following my channel, if you've been following me long enough, when I say I'm gonna get something, I get it. Let's see. And oh, also make sure that you join the Discord. My boy Byron has built a monster beast of a system. So he put some pictures in the Discord, and it is going crazy with the liquid cool setup that he has. So yeah, go check that out. Let's see. What's the difference between liquid instead of just air? Liquid allows you, it's real simple. Liquid allows you to be able to get lower temps and lower fan noise, period. And with any type of, high-end hardware, stuff like that, the lower the temps, the faster it runs generally. And also the faster it runs, you can be able to get the best, out of the actual the hardware. And so the last open loop 39 I saw, it was like 45 degrees was the highest, and it was overclocked, and it was killing everything on the market. And so that is so ideal for some of the things that I want to do. So definitely you could Google that, Google it, look it up on YouTube. Liquid cool GPUs. It's crazy. Uh, when will prices go down? That's what Kobe said down in chat. Prices are probably not going to go down at least for about a year, is what I'm thinking. We're not going to see, and I don't think we're going to go back to MSRP prices. I think they're going to actually stay up. That's what happened with the 2000 series CPU GPUs, because when they came out with the 2080 Ti, it's like at $1,000, and then the Founders Edition was like $1,200, and it never changed. For the most part, it actually went up, for some of the aftermarket GPUs, and the same thing is happening with the current set of GPUs. So I don't think that we're actually going to get close to anything back to MSRP from when they originally launched. And so if you was able to get a great launch price like I did, then I got lucky. Um, which 3090 am I planning to get? A Founders Edition, if I can. If not, I will get a ROG Strix if I could be able to find one, or the EVGA 4 to Win 3. Either one of those three, I'll be satisfied with that outer. Michael Ocean, Google Chrome tracks all the sites you visit. Yes, it does. And there are some things that you could be able to check against that. But you know what? I use Google for a lot of stuff, and you just got to protect yourself on the back end. So, um, Kobe, so 3090 will stay at today's price. That's what, yeah, 3090 is not going below $1,500. You can forget that. If you want to get a 3090, you're going to be paying $1,500 or more. And the only time we'll probably see that price go down when the next series of graphics cards come out, which is probably going to be, I don't even, because of what's happening with the pandemic and all that different type of stuff. We may not see a refresh this year from Nvidia. Like they'll do like a S series or maybe a 4000 series. We may not see that until maybe next year. And if we see it next year, then that's probably when you'll see maybe the 3090 go down in price when the new ones come out. Just like how that normally happens, but you never know. Because if people are still buying GPUs like they buy draws, then I don't know. Saying we might not ever see that price go down. So yeah, yeah. And if you look at the 20 series, I would definitely look for a 2080 Ti. If you can find some for a good price. But if you see a 2080 Ti and it's still like $800-900, I don't know if that's worth it. because you could get a 3070 for the same price, with the scalping that's going on right now. So I don't know. But if you see one, and if you need that 11 gigabytes worth of GDDR memory, then hey, go for it. If you could get a good price on it. I definitely don't want anybody running into price issues, when it comes to that type of stuff. So yeah. Yep. All right, so I'll take a couple more questions from the chat. If you got anything, we could definitely talk about it. Didn't want this to be a long live stream tonight. I just want to make sure I holler at y'all, make sure we chopped it up. You know what I'm talking about? And keeping it moving. So down in the chat, yeah, it's more like 12.50 on Amazon. Yep. It's cheaper before the 30,000 series, actually. And that very maybe the situation. So yeah. Yep. Yeah, yep. So if you want to see me stream some games, definitely let me know down in the chat. If you're going to be watching this on playback, let me know down in the comment section below what type of games you want to see me stream. I do know that I just downloaded. Where is it at? The Medium. And matter of fact, has anybody played this game? Have anybody played the Medium? Definitely let me know. And this actually just hopped over to my other screen. So I get that to pull up. Um, and while I'm waiting on this, and it looks like I'm actually hearing it. Hold on one second. Just trying to, yeah, just trying to stop that. I was hearing that coming out the background. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to actually play this just yet. This is showing up on my 4K monitor. Um, I saw some videos and stuff like that on it, so I'll probably end up checking it out tonight. Any recommendations? Okay, so from Michael Ocean, actually from Vengeance. Uh, where's the next giveaway? I've actually been thinking about that. I have something. I'm going to do a separate video. I do have something coming up, and it's a nice piece of tech. So I will announce that in a separate video. I just need to make sure that it's going to work out. But if it does, and I got to see if I could be able to make it an international giveaway or not. And so I have to find that out. I got to do a little bit of research on what are some of the shipping prices that it comes to the piece of tech. But definitely a giveaway is coming. Vengeance. Michael Ocean, any recommendation on how to find a 3090? Someone just put it down in the chat. They put it down in the chat. Byron put it down in the chat. Stock drops. You can follow them on Twitter. I think they also may have a Discord as well. But I have been watching them on Twitter, and they do a pretty good job with being able to find those. Let's see. Just play what you enjoy. Hey, Aldo, I appreciate that, man. And I'm definitely going to do that. Just trying to get a little bit of feedback from everybody. But yeah, I definitely will. I will play what I enjoy. But I'm definitely going to check this out tonight, probably some point of time. Heard it was pretty good. It's one of the latest titles from Microsoft. I think it's exclusive to the Xbox Series X and also PC. Vengeance. Waiting for the PS5 giveaway. Hey, Adam, the day that I could be able to give away a PlayStation 5, we made it. So yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Marlin Gaming Nation, 5950X with the 3090. Is that a good combination? Absolutely. Actually, that's what I'm going to have in my personal system. It's a 5950X with the 3090. Those are some of the upgrades that I will be making in the next couple of months. And it is definitely future proof. The IPC, the 5950X is the best CPU on the market that you could get. It's going to last you for years to come. And the 3090 is going to last you for years to come as well. So, yeah. Hey, Ada, the only way that I'm going to unplug that PlayStation 5 is going to be from my TV to my 4K monitor so I could be able to do some streaming on it. Yeah, that's not happening. Hey, but I like your optimism, Alda. I like your optimism. That's good. That's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna check this game out. I don't know. This is a cutscene that's going on right now. Um, and matter of fact, while I got y'all on here, I could probably check out the first 10 minutes of this. I haven't played it, so matter of fact, I don't know what's happening on this, and I can't. Yeah, am I skipping through some things on here? I don't know. I don't hear the audio like I was hearing it earlier. So let me see. It's on the right thing. I don't know. Let's see. Down in the chat, what we got? Hey Will, do you have the Mafia 1 remake? I do not, but I could definitely check it out. Uh what about the best case? You know what? The best case is a subjective thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little bit biased. I really the first case that I really really liked was the NZXT H510 Elite. I fell in love with that case. It's a great case. I still use it for my streaming PC. But the next best case I have is the one I just did a build on last, and that's the O11 Dynamic by Lin Lee. The best case I ever built in, the best case when it comes to showing off your hardware. And I have no complaints when it comes to that. There's some other cases out there that I want to try out. I just I don't know the actual model numbers right offhand. But the two best case I ever had was again NZXT H510 Elite and the Lin Lee O11 Dynamic. I like the Land Cool 2. It was okay. But the O11 Dynamic is crazy. I would like to do a build in the O11 Dynamic Mini. Um, I want to do a ITX build in the TU, I think it's the TU 105 or the TU 150 for Liam Lee. And so, yeah, there's a couple of things I want to try out. Another case I do like too is the Corsair. I think it's the 680X, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, see, now you got me thinking about cases now. Let me see. I think it's the Corsair 680X. Yeah, I always thought this case was so dope. And I started to buy it for one of my bills, but I ended up getting the O11 Dynamic. But I still want to do a build in this case just because of the LL120 fans that it comes with. It also comes with the Corsair. I think it comes with a Commander Pro, if I'm not mistaken. And so, yeah, I would definitely. This is another case that I will actually do another build in, probably sometime this year. And so, yeah, I would check that out too. The Cooler Master H500, that's a great case. Um, Evolve X. Oh, the Corsair. Is that a Corsair case? Vengeance. I think it is. Let me see. Corsair. I think it's Corsair. Evolve. Evolve. Am I spelling that right? Oh, I did not spell it right. Let me see something. Oh, you know what? Okay, I seen this case. Oh, that's a good case too. I was thinking about another case. Um, that was for like ITX bills. Okay, out of so just to let y'all know, I am doing the next video that I had coming up is going to be strictly about the NZXT-H1 and what I am going to do with that case, some of the changes that I'm making. Um, if you I did a bill on that case back in when did I do it? I did it 6 months ago. So I built that PC for my wife, and there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I'm actually going to talk about that in my next video. I'm going to start shooting that this weekend, and so that'll be coming up on the channel in the next couple of days. But yeah, I got some. Can't go into detail about it right now because it's going to be in another video outer. But I do have a video coming up about that. Kobe, what are your thoughts on the Fantech 600S? I'm not familiar with that case, but we could take a look at it. Byron, yeah, the fractal design Meshify, the XL. Yes, that's another case that I'm glad you brought that up. That's a great case. So let's take a look at the um the Fantech. I don't know if I've seen that one. Fantech 600X. Let's see. Is it this one? P600? I don't know. If that's what you was talking about, um, Kobe 600S, P600S. This is my first time actually seeing this, so I can't really give you an opinion on it. It looks nice. I don't know about the airflow with this, but also the Elite, the H510 Elite also didn't have great airflow for the front, panel. But it really didn't bother the temps that much. So don't know. But I can tell you though, the fractal design, I've thought about doing a build in the fractal design though, Byron. The mesh if Excel. I just love the way the front panel on this case looks. That is so dope to me. And then you got the smoked out tempered glass. Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't realize they made a XL version of this case. It's always been a small case to me. But I don't know that I may swap over my streaming PC to this case because that is super dope. I love the way it looks. Oh, and I just realized, okay, yeah, the top mesh on that, yeah, that's pretty dope. And look at some of the radiator support. It goes up to 480 millimeters. So Byron, I see why you was looking at that. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Okay, also on the Fantex, you could open up some of the parts for airflow. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. So yeah, that's some of the things I definitely check out at a later date. We'll do some more PC builds and stuff like that. That's gonna be coming up. Um, I am in my current PC in the O11 Dynamic. I will be getting those Lee and Lee think it's the SL120 fans. I'm gonna switch out my fans, and also I'm going to get a 360 millimeter AIO pretty soon too. Yep. All right. So hey y'all. I'm definitely I just like I said, I wanted to rock with y'all tonight. I am going to go ahead and close out this video. I got one more question about I'm done building the to the 4000 series. All right, that's what's up, man. But yeah, again, I just want to rock with y'all tonight. We're gonna go ahead and end this video. We're gonna end the live stream. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the brother and definitely spending time with your boy. We got some more videos, got some new stuff coming up. Make sure if you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. But the biggest thing is also make sure that you hit like on this video and share it. It'll definitely let YouTube know that I'm better than what I really am. And so we could be able to get more subscribers and eventually start to get some sponsorships on the channel. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I appreciate all of y'all's support. And hey, if you want to support the channel even more, make sure that you hit the links down in the description below. That helps me out when it comes to Amazon and stuff like that. And so, hey, peace out. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later, and I probably got another live stream coming up tomorrow for the PlayStation 5 with some gameplay. I'll see y'all later. Peace.